thank you all for coming, and we're going to have a quiet conversation today to talk about something I've been working on a lot. And we're here at the Whole Brain Foundation in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I put together these slides mainly myself. Thank you for responding to our invitation that we're going to talk about the requirements to invent something new under the sun. And those are the digital requirements for building a prototype of our human mind that we can use ourselves to do amazing things. And so you've seen the invitation, and I would like you each to introduce yourselves, as I will now. My name is Charlie Atkinson. I'm president and founder of the Whole Brain Foundation in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I'm passionate about my invention of the 3D Mind as a pattern recognition tool to improve thinking for humanity, to use creativity with technology. And so talk about, each of you introduce yourselves, an introduction with your salutation, your location, and your passion. Start with you, Andy.
My name is Andy Farrer, and I started working with Charlie in 1981, and we established a company called the Whole Brain Corporation. And I was passionate about that work and the possibilities back in the early 1990s. I then went astray and started some toy companies, and I work with kids and I work with students at the high school. But I am passionate about the whole brain model.
Charlie?
Yeah, my name is Charlie Downer, and I'm passionate about Charlie Atkinson, and that's why I'm here.
That's great. That's good, Charlie.
I've known Charlie since 1960, when he came back from the wars, and eventually, as I remember, sold his company to Xerox in sort of 65 or 6, and which became Xerox's learning subsidiary or something.
Yep.
Is that right, Charlie?
That's right.
Yeah. And when he started the Whole Brain Corporation, he offered me a profile of my brain, which I still have somewhere. It's in my garage. I'm going to have to dig it out. But I was fascinated with what he was doing and always admired Charlie, and he's got a damn good backhand as well, in case you didn't know that.
Yes.
And we played tennis a lot together, and I take every opportunity I can find, particularly when he was in the hospital, to go see him. And I'm glad to see him standing here making a great presentation.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
I'm also passionate about Charlie and Jeanette Atkinson. They're wonderful. I've known them since 1969 when we played tennis, and let me tell you, he does have a great, he also has a great overhead.
That was before I got good when I was 70.
Of course. And we used to, Jeanette didn't like to dance, so we used to go dancing if there was an event at the Cambridge Boat Club or something or another, and the Winter Ball and all that kind of thing. Because
let's tell them the truth. You and I ran off together.
that's what we did. That's exactly.
We went to the Winter
Yes,
Ball
that's true.
in
That's
white
true.
tie,
Now
We never came back.
and we're not in Las Vegas, but there's no need to talk about it, right?
This is it stayed underground for a long time, so we'll just let it go. But anyway, we had always had the wonderful time, and I admire his brain and his person who he is. He's so dynamic, and he and Jeanette are just wonderful couple.
Okay, enough of.
You don't want to hear anymore.
I promise I won't say anything
you're
good about Charlie. How's that?
Passionate besides Charlie. What else are you passionate?
Well, my name is Ben Terry. I'm a lawyer. I'm in downtown Boston. I met Charlie at the Harvard Club, a few months ago, And I'm just fascinated by the whole idea of brain. You know, for some reason, I think we all have one of them.
We hope we're hoping.
Yeah. So you know, it's just a fascinating idea to see how we can decipher what's going on inside this brain, you know, this gray matter. And it's apparently Charlie has been able to make some headways, and I can't wait for like the moment that he can actually map out the brain, not the DNA brain, but the actual brain, so for the lay people especially, so we can see what's going on and how it can be, you know, how his style, how his you know, format can be utilized in real life. I just came back from North Korea, so I just wanted to let you know that it's I've been in a very close society, and I'm just so happy that we're living in Cambridge, Massachusetts, so where we can actually express ourselves.
Very good.
I should just say one thing. I am a psychotherapist, and I used to teach at Tufts Medical School. So I am interested in the brain as well as the Atkinson.
Okay. Coco?
I'm the president of a company called Serendipity
Oh.
with the blood serum. And there's really 6 of us, and the average age of is 85, because we have a youngster among us who's 82. And the real problem is that last year he fell in love with a younger woman in her late 70s. And the problem is that he takes 2-hour lunches quite often. And last year he took 3 times 2 weeks vacation. The younger people don't have work ethics anymore. But anyway,
I love it.
this is the 5th company I start around things I've come up with. And consistently after the company became very successful, I got fired. Company went public, you know, and got big, I got fired. So I started another one and so on. And that's where I am now.
Well,
It's great.
we have a lot in common. Nicole?
I'm Nicole. I'm a software developer originally from Texas. I met Charlie a few weeks ago, and my passion is making things, which is good because you can do that for money if you write code.
Yes.
Elliot?
Hi, my name's Elliot. In my day job, I work for a company called Boston Web Marketing, and we do a lot of online marketing, website development type stuff for local Boston businesses. But I'm passionate. Well, I met Charlie through a mutual friend named Shannon O'Brien, and she was nice enough to turn me on to this. Thank you. Yes, this is my first time here. And I'm passionate about questions about existentialism and like truth and identity, and lately I've been very interested in about how to as a population become more resistant to misinformation, which has been a very topical thing lately. And I just am very interested in this project and the Atkinson protocol, and I feel like there are definitely some valuable things to overcome maybe some of the cultural
The idea of
problems that are
misinformation, and that we are moving from the paleo age, the agricultural age, the industrial age, the digital age, the digital age, and now, according to Daniel Pink, we've moved into the conceptual age, and it's the meaning of what the meaning of is, and what the meaning of grade is, and what the meaning of wiretapping is, and what misinformation is.
Yeah, great.
The keeping track of a way where it's more than just the facts. And so I like your comment, William.
Well, we must be getting towards alternative facts.
Yes.
My name's Kira Montague, and I'm married to Coco, and I've known Charlie a very long time, but I have no idea what this project's all about. So I'm here to find out.
Good.
My name's Tyler Richard. I'm a game changer and a heartbreaker by trade. For my part-time job on the side, I'm getting a PhD in Sanskrit at Harvard. So I focus on Sanskrit, I guess ancient Indian literature.
It's a code language?
No, some say it's a code. I say, yeah, it just makes the best literature. So, yep.
Wonderful.
Do you want to hear some?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be like my calling card or whatever that Charlie talked about. This is a little verse I memorized. I guess it was like a couple days ago because I try to memorize a lot, and it goes, "Akimchidapi kurvanaha saukir dukhanya pohati, tattasya kimapi dravyam yohi yasya priyojanaha." Which in Sanskrit means it's like a sort of a pickup line that's used in a very famous play where it goes, even just being with you is enough. And the joy of being with you dispels all sorrows. What a treasure it is to have someone who loves you. So,
Beautiful.
a nice little line. And I met Charlie a couple years ago through the literary magazine at Harvard. And I've always been interested in, I guess, sort of creating these sort of models and frameworks for optimizing problem solving, especially ones that can be used across the board, as well as figuring out ways how to like more readily access information that you memorize or that you have in your head, because we all have like tons and tons of information in our head. And so Charlie and I have spent many candlelit dinners here singing over the piano and discussing the whole brain model. So.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
Serge?
I'm Serge Rayapo. I am a graduate student here as well in comparative literature
Oh, yeah.
and film and visual studies. And my passions are, there's really, I don't know, it's a huge list of passions. Architecture of the mind is one of my passions. Psychoanalysis is the other. And I met Charlie through Tyler this fall.
Well, talk about a powerful group. I'm really just speechless, which is not usual for me. I'm going to tell you a thumbnail, if I can, of some of the things. And I'm telling you about these things, not because I want you all to know about the things that didn't work out, but because the power that each has had in informing in an eclectic way what I've come up with. That is the tapestry and the threads, the shreds and tatters are all seem to me coming together. I was at Harvard. That's when I met Kira, and on the Advocate, in the Flag Club, in English. I left Harvard and went off and relocated from Lincoln Center. Came back and worked for Skinner. Julie Vargas was supposed to be here tonight. She may be still on the way, but Julie and Ernest are coming. I got a doctorate in the School of Education and Research, and was lucky enough, even though we didn't know what we were doing, to sell our company to Xerox, and that was the springboard that gave me the cred to start a conference center company, a computer company that was not a desktop metaphor, but was a desk, and even a latex-based temporary chew called the Huckleberry Tomorrow Company. It was a temporary tattoo that was really probably the most fun adventure I've ever had. And this student can't spell student, but we'll give him credit. And while I was an undergraduate, my roommate and I, we decided we needed to build a structure for the Advocate. And we built this Harvard Advocate building at 21 Surf Street. We built it. That is, we didn't do the carpentry work, but we did the overall planning and problem solving all the way through to implementation. And this building has meant so much to the undergraduates, and it was such a first example. Later on, after the company got sold to Xerox, I decided to go into I decided I was the Great Gatsby. And I would write the Great American Investment Memorandum and give black tie dinner dances at this facility, which had 49 fireplaces in it, and a bowling alley in the basement. And we raised millions of dollars, some of it from the Fly Club, I must say. And